That was the most important thing. Offensively, thought we did some good things in spots. It really did. Jared Neal made some good throws. There's two he needs to get back. I mean, one was just it was an easy read. He just got to take that football better. The other one wasn't so much an interception as it was the pressure came. Got to get rid of the ball. Can't take a sack there, and the ball bounced up, and they intercepted it. So 2 turnovers once again. Another one on special teams, so 3. So that's disappointing. We didn't get a turnover on defense. That's disappointing. We talked about starting a new streak. I think we're minus 14 on the year. It's hard to win 5 games when you're minus 14 on the year. So kids are trying. We got to try harder. We got to coach it harder as well. Defensively, it was kind of a lackluster performance. I mean, yeah, they only give up 14, but that's we're better than that. I thought we kind of played to the tempo of the game instead of setting the tempo a little bit. I expected a much better effort from our defense this week, and I know they'll be ready to go.
What do you expect from the state game this week?
They're a good football team. They're 5-3. Go ahead. You're good. No problem. Murray's a good football team. They're 5-3. They new defensive coordinator, very multiple on defense. 4-man front, out fronts, a lot of different blitz packages and stuff. They make you work during the week, and have a good plan for them offensively. The wide receiver, he's probably the best pro prospect in our league. Very talented. He touches the ball, he can score at any time. The quarterbacks, it's a little bit different, than what you're used to seeing from the throwing standpoint. But the guy's winning games, and he's doing it with his legs, and he makes enough throws to try to keep you in a too high look. Because you don't want Powell to get out of there with some big catches. So it's a scrappy team, and they're getting they've won as many games as we have. So it'll be a big game on Saturday.
You expect Dylan to be ready for Murray State game?
We hope. We'll see how it goes today at practice. I had seen him this morning. He was in rehab this morning, so we'll see how he feels tonight.
Yeah, it's such a great offense last year, Coach. Just like you guys and a handful of other teams. How would you assess their offense this time around?
Right. I hadn't studied him as much as our defensive staff has, but I think we're probably both of them statistically are pretty close. I think probably both of us are a little over 400 yards, somewhere in there. Just kind of doing it differently. I think, as you're growing up, both teams are growing up a quarterback. That's not for our team. You just you can't take anything for granted. You have to cover every scenario. You have to put that quarterback in every different scenario, because everything's new to him. And so that's what we're, even though it was an interception, it was a different set of circumstances this week for Jared than it was last week. Okay, and what was he, 21-33? But I believe he probably had, at least Butler had a drop, Davis had a drop. There was at least 2 drops, that could have been, and then the one that we ran into the goalpost on, on the 4th down, it was a touchdown that they waved off. I mean, that could have been another big one there. That would put it about 350, throwing this week. So, anyway, you get out there 38-14 to win and get ready for this week.
You think your guy DJ McNeil will be able to run the ball in this Murray State?
They do some different things to where, if anybody doesn't want you to run the ball, they load the box up, and then, and that's what Austin Peay did to us this week after that first drive. They were leaving 6 in the box, and then after about the first 6 plays, and they said no more of that. Then it's kind of running at your own risk. You can get hats on everybody, but those safeties are extra. Those extra safeties that are in the box. Do you want to? Then it's up to your back to make that guy miss, or you throw the ball. And so we decided to throw the ball. We felt like we had some good matchups. So, long way around the world to answer your question. I mean, if they want to numerically take away the run, any team can. And you just hope you make enough throws in the passing game to offset that.
You mentioned kind of the way Austin Peay's defense adjusted. I imagine that had something to do with the fact that or had something with Jeremy getting as many catches for yards as he had. How big of a game was this for him mentally, do you think, this past week?
I mean, which, it was good. I mean, it really was. The receivers were making catches and, making some plays versus the man coverage and all. Just, it'd be nice to come out of some of those runs. And we're first down makers, maybe not touchdown makers. Okay, in the red zone, we're big and strong, but, eventually you got to catch one of those screens. I don't know if you saw the game, but, man, we got to come up with, there's opportunities to come out of those things and score a couple times. And we're kind of getting run down a little bit and, take a little pressure off of us so we don't have to snap the ball again. But it was an executed clean play. We just got to, to continue to be more explosive runners with the football in our arms.
You guys have won several road games already this year, but you've lost your last 2 at home. Is there any message to kind of defend the home territory?
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, you got to face that. We've had a very good record here in the last 8 years at home, and can't remember dropping 2 in a row, and so now you got another opportunity this week. So we have a plan on the road. We have a plan at home as far as how we approach each game, and bottom line is you go back and look at the turnover margin and the penalties, and you've lost both those last 2 games. That's why you've lost.
I guess you mentioned you have a plan on the road, a plan at home. I mean, what's kind of the big differences in that?
The teams we played.
Oh, okay.
You got Jacksonville State, TSU here at home, and and that's a big challenge.
You said after the Austin Peay game, not maturity, the team needs to mature. Does that have anything to do with the 2 home losses, the team?
I think
not only the teams you played, but the maturity of the team.
Yeah, it goes with those penalties and turnovers. I mean, that part goes together. We got to continue to work on being a just get all of our energy going in the right direction. Okay, on every aspect of our football team, we got to make sure that we're concentrating on the things that matter, and that's winning the game, not just who gets the most touches or who scores a touchdown or who's getting to play. That's a danger when you have an older team. Okay, there's a lot of positive things that come with that, but there's also sometimes you can get caught up into worried about things that don't really matter of winning the game, the more individual thoughts. And that's one thing that I'm going to make sure I remind our team of today is that it's about, us playing as best as we can as a team and getting the win and getting out of there. If we do that, we'll have a chance. We'll have a chance this week.
How's the health of the team overall?
In decent shape. Got some guys that trainers holding out today, I believe. Just soreness. I think one of our D-linemen, Dean Watson, got a AC separation. But by the end of the week, he should be okay. I think on offense, I saw we were okay. We're getting Corey Rogers back, and then possibly Dylan back. So relatively going to the 9th game of the year, decent shape.
Do you have a day when you might decide when Favre or Neal is going to be the guy?
Yeah, I mean, Neal will be the guy. Neal, that's the plan right now. Neal will start, but it's just whether or not you have, Dylan as an option.
You said something after the game also about closing out games with the ball, controlling the clock.
Yeah.
You think you'll be able to do that this week against the Murray State defense under the new coordinator?
You always hope so, okay? But they got good players and got good schemes too. I mean, the deal isn't that you always got more in the box than what you can block in that type of situation. It's just can you dominate a block? Can you physically manhandle a block? Can you break a tackle? And we haven't done that, enough up to this point. When teams know we're going to run the ball. And there's a lot of other teams in America that are in that same boat, but that's still an issue. Still an issue. What you want to do is get a big enough lead to where you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't always work like that.
Anything else?